There's something deliciously dangerous about a man who doesn't fall apart after a breakup. You know the type. He doesn't call. He doesn't beg. He doesn't crumble under the weight of what could have been. Instead, he disappears. Not like a coward, but like a storm that has passed through, changed everything, and left nothing but silence. In this video, I'm going to give you the 6 moves that flip the script. 5 unshakable steps that don't just help you heal, they make her regret ever thinking you were easy to walk away from. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, the Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. Let's begin. 1. Disappear like a king. Let her crave what she can't touch. After the break, her silence may echo louder than her words, but this moment, that void, is your throne. She expects chaos, the tears, the calls, the desperation, but you vanish, not like a coward, but like a sovereign reclaiming his realm. Your phone, hidden, your texts, scheduled or silent. Your presence, undeniable, but distant. Because when a woman loses access to a man she once controlled, something magical happens. Her memory reignites. She scrolls past your photos. She rereads your messages. She tastes your name on her tongue. In those late hours when she's alone and your voice echoes in her head, that's when she begins to miss you. Not just your love, but your calm. Because a man who disappears with his dignity intact becomes a ghost she's desperate to chase. But here's the twist. It's not absence that wins her back. It's the quality of your absence. You don't sulk. You don't beg. You evolve. You're not the man who walks away. You're the man who continues to live, uncluttered by nostalgia or need. Stay ambitious. Stay disciplined. Stay magnetic. And when she wonders why you can face the world without her, she'll realize the pull wasn't for love, it was for attention. A king doesn't return to his castle without her knocking. A king waits until she opens the gates herself. And when she does, she'll beg for the throne she thought she abandoned. 2. Turn pain into power and let her watch you transform. She expected you to fall apart, to drown in music she used to play in your car, to stare at your phone like a prisoner waiting for a pardon, to stalk her socials just to feel close again. But here's what she didn't count on. You choosing yourself over the wreckage, not in anger, not out of spite, but because something inside you clicked the moment she walked away. You remembered who the hell you were. Now, you start your mornings early. You lift not just weight, but your spirit. You put on that shirt she liked and wear it not for her, but for the man staring back in the mirror. This transformation, it isn't performative. It's sacred. It's the rebirth of a man who mistook attention for affection, who loved her like a flame. Beautiful, yes, but blind to the burn. Now, he doesn't kneel to desire. He commands it. You hit the gym. You build that business. You reconnect with silence. And in that quiet, you don't find loneliness, you find clarity. Here's the secret. When a man begins to glow, when his voice gets deeper, his gaze gets sharper, and his energy becomes a drug she can't access anymore. She feels it. She notices. She aches. Because the same man she thought she could replace, he's becoming the one every other woman now sees. And her fear isn't just that you're moving on, it's that you're becoming unreachable. This is where the reversal happens. Now, she's the one checking your story. She's watching you evolve, wondering who you're becoming, and who's watching you become it. And the worst part for her? She can't call you anymore. not like she used to, because now your number isn't a lifeline, it's a luxury, and luxury doesn't chase, it's earned. So let her watch. Let her feel the distance grow like a velvet rope between you. Let her sit with her choices while you sculpt a man out of ashes and memory. Because the moment you stop needing her validation, she'll come crawling, not because she pities you, but because she misses the power she gave up. 3. Reignite your sensual energy, without her, but for you. Here's the truth most men avoid after a breakup. You don't just lose the woman, you lose your sensual edge, the heat, the hunger, the rhythm of your body that once moved for her. She made you feel wanted, desired. She knew your patterns, your size, your pace. And now, there's no one to reach for in the dark. But this is where you start to reclaim yourself, not as her lover, but as your own damn fantasy. You begin to wear your shirts differently, unbuttoned just enough to remind the world you're not broken. You wear cologne again, not because she liked it, but because you do. You don't flirt for revenge. You flirt to remember that you still have it. And baby, you do. When you walk into a room, your energy precedes you, calm, quiet, dangerous in the most seductive way. She notices it. She hears from mutual friends that you've been out, smiling, laughing, dancing maybe, not drowning in sadness, but rising in mystery. And that image, it'll haunt her. She expected you to mourn her with bitterness. Instead, you honored her by becoming more magnetic than ever. You see, brother, sensuality doesn't die with her departure. It awakens when you realize the passion was always yours to begin with. So keep that fire alive. Let other women feel it. Let yourself feel it, because the second you stop waiting for her return, she'll be knocking at your door. And this time, you'll decide if she's worthy of entry. 4. Control the narrative while she drowns in doubt. Now we dive into one of the most powerful tools you have, perception. She's spinning her own story about the breakup. She tells friends it was mutual. She says you weren't ready for commitment. She laughs like she didn't cry in her car the night you said nothing. But your silence isn't cowardice. It's strategy. You don't clap back on social media. You don't tell your side at parties. You let the mystery grow. And brother, mystery is addicting. She starts to worry. Does he still care? Has he met someone new? Why isn't he posting like he used to? Did I overplay my hand? These questions eat at her, because what you're doing, or not doing, is telling a story far louder than words. Your story is told in shadows, not shouts. It's told in restraint, not revenge. It's told in the way you carry yourself now, higher, calmer, sharper. And while she's desperately trying to prove she's unbothered, you're becoming unforgettable. Control the narrative, King, not by talking, but by thriving. Let her fill in the blanks with every fantasy, every fear, every what if you once whispered in her ear. You no longer need to speak to stay on her mind. You just need to keep rising. While she watches from a distance she created. 5. Let her come back, but make her earn the man she lost. There will be a moment, a text, a "Hey stranger," a heart emoji on your story at 1:43 a.m. She'll come back, but when she does, don't be the same man who watched her leave. Now you're evolved, healed, hungrier for peace than for passion that left you bleeding. So when she reaches out, don't jump. Don't romanticize the reunion. Assess it, because this is no longer about her choosing you. It's about you choosing whether she deserves access again. Ask yourself, did she apologize without excuse? Does she bring clarity, not confusion? Is her return rooted in reflection or loneliness? Because remember, just because she regrets it doesn't mean she's ready. And just because you miss her doesn't mean she's changed. You are no longer begging for closure. You are the closure. If she comes back with games. Silence. If she comes back with sincerity, consistency and accountability, then maybe. But on your terms, your time, your throne. Let her beg. Let her break a little, the way you did when she left. Because only then will she understand, this man is not easy to love. But once loved, he's impossible to replace. Comment the word unreachable. If you're done chasing, if you're done explaining, if you're ready to become the man who doesn't need to be loved loudly, to be missed deeply, let it echo in the comments. Let her feel it wherever she is now, unreachable, because the new you doesn't beg.